Hillary Clinton blames gun owners for her loss to President Trump. The NRA comes under attack from Witchcraft. And Second Amendment advocates troll gun grabbers with pocket constitutions. These stories and more on This Week in Gun Rights. Our top story this week involves a bill that seeks to include gun parts in gun violence restraining orders. California Senate Bill 1200 was heard in committee this week, with legislators making all sorts of ridiculous arguments for why they think cops should be arresting people for being in possession of things like common springs and blocks of metal.
An individual firearm component, obviously, it can't just be as deadly as a firearm. But as we know, firearms can be disassembled, and unless the person arriving to issue the order, if they do not ask for all firearm components, you could have a situation where the person has disassembled a firearm and thus they've not recovered the firearms in the person's possession.
I could barely believe it when I was at the hearing. So, I guess you could say that I had a few words for the Sacramento tyrants.
Due process after you've lost your rights is not due process. It was mentioned by one of the folks testifying in favor that they're clearly speaking to unfinished receivers. I don't see that language in the bill. I just see clearly identifiable. And the question is clearly identifiable to whom? I've come in here and testified before this committee, bringing various firearm parts, walking through the sergeants with things that are clearly firearm parts to me. But clearly they weren't firearm parts to them, because guess what? I was here in the committee testifying, sharing these with you.
You're not going to hate man.
I just think that having people who don't know or understand firearms write firearm bills and try to provide definitions is dangerous.
Armed with an unhealthy bias of illusory superiority, these low-ability people cannot objectively evaluate their own mental shortcomings. In other words, they are too stupid to know how stupid they are.
A group of Second Amendment supporters in Tennessee have proven that they actually care more about literacy than teachers do. They did so in a push for reading while gun control activists staged a die-in in Nashville to protest gun violence. Except the gun grabbers got more than they bargained for when members of Freedom Rights placed pocket constitutions on the protesters lying down.
We must outsmart the stupid people that are trying to ruin America.
Hillary Clinton has added yet another reason to her ever-growing list of why she lost the 2016 presidential election. And that reason is the Second Amendment. While being honored with the Courageous Leader Award in San Francisco, the former First Lady took the time to lay blame at the feet of gun owners.
All told, what we know is that the gun lobby spent about $30 million against me.
Honestly, we're all just thankful that you lost.
Now get the fuck out of here.
We're all used to crazy people wishing death on Second Amendment supporters. But this hate took an oddly supernatural turn this week as the NRA came under attack. By witches. A documentary film recently captured a group of witches hurling curses at President Trump and the NRA.
It is the end-all, squash-all of all negativity.
Witches say they're doing their part to make sure America doesn't end up watching its own horror story.
Now, they were caught spewing a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about merchants of death and profiteers of pain. I guess this is supposed to bring destruction to gun owners or something like that.
I put a spell on you.
Facebook has taken its war on guns to a whole new level of stupid. The company has announced a change to its advertising policy that will soon prevent ads promoting weapon accessories to people under the age of 18. Why, you ask? Well, because guns. I guess this means that teens will no longer be able to see ads for deadly weapon attachments like flashlights or Swiss Army knives. Not that Facebook moderators would even know what a real knife looks like anyway.
Nick, give him your wallet.
What for?
He's got a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Finally, an Alabama mayor has a creative proposal for unemployed gun owners. Randall Woodfin recently told members of the Birmingham Association of Black Journalists, "Give me your gun and I'll personally help you get a job."
Say what?
It's hard to say whether he was actually speaking to his constituents or soon-to-be jobless members of the press.
You're fine.
But one thing is for sure, the number of people who are likely to turn in their guns is probably somewhere near zero.
Take this job and shove it.
Well, that's it for This Week in Gun Rights. If you like these videos, please like and share. You folks remember to have fun, stay safe, and stay free.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.